laughing too.
Yeah, they were all laughing. I mean, I can't even be mad about it today, because those things just happen. And
Still, it's embarrassing at the time.
Yeah, I was like, I don't
now
know,
it's funny.
10?
But
No,
at
it
the
was
time,
12.
it was super embarrassing.
I was like 12.
Yeah, I get that.
So that was fun. So shout out to all the girls that has happened to. Don't be discouraged.
It happens.
It happens to the best of us.
Sometimes more than one time.
Like Julie.
Yeah. You got any other ones?
Most embarrassing moments, not that I can think of right now, praise the Lord. I'm sure there's some in there. Mm-hmm. I choke a lot on like my spit.
Oh.
And on water. And on things you don't usually choke on. I've choked so badly in front of one of my clients that she's like, do I need to do the Heimlich? I'm like outside. So outside of my room are cameras. And as I was choking on the water, I was seriously choking. I went outside into the lobby so my husband would see me on the camera choking. And I'm bent over by the couch, just trying to get my breath. I'm like, that whole scary, terrifying thing that feels like it lasts forever. And then I finally gather my breath and nobody comes down for help.
How kind.
Nobody, nothing. Nobody does anything. My client was really sweet. And later on, I said, Steve, did you see me on the cameras choking and kneeling down? And he's like, yeah, I didn't really know what was going on.
So he just left you?
He just totally...
Well, he did see you.
Totally
he just
left
didn't
me.
think it was that big of a deal, apparently.
Such a great husband. Husband of the year. I'm like, oh, thank you. Same with our other business partner, Bill, who could see on the cameras. So apparently they don't care about me.
Maybe he was like, she's going to be all right.
Oh, I have that other one I was going to share. The handcuff story.
Oh, please.
So I don't know why, but my mom bought me handcuffs.
That's so bizarre. I'm sorry.
So weird.
It's funny.
You shouldn't buy a child handcuffs. I was like,
unless they're
again,
like
12.
from a dollar store.
They must have been.
They're like,
because,
and then whatever. Like Harper would like that because she'd be like, you're arrested.
So weird. Yeah. That's probably why I liked it.
Right.
So, of course, I don't know what happened to the key.
Of course.
I decided for some reason...
That's how all good stories start.
I don't know what the heck happened. I decided to put them on my wrists. Both of them. And I put them on really tight.
Of course.
What the heck was going through my brain? Because
so
now...
both your hands were strapped together and they were tight.
And they were tight.
There was nothing you could do about it.
There was nothing I could do. And I have no idea what happened to the key. My mom couldn't get them off my hands. So we had to call 911.
Oh my gosh. Just escalated quickly.
A cop had to come. And he was like trying to pry them open with a knife. And he's like, if we can't get these open, we're going to have to take her down to the station.
Stop.
12 years old, walking out.
You're like, okay, I handcuff myself and I'm going to get in the back of a cop car and go to the station?
Yes. My mom was losing it.
This is an epic story.
Oh, it was so epic. We should have started
with this one. That's great.
I don't know what happened to these handcuffs.
So how did they get them off you?
He just had a knife and he just pried them open.
Oh my goodness.
Because they were like play ones,
right.
They're not real.
But clearly stronger than you anticipated.
Oh, it was funny.
Oh my goodness.
I was crying hysterically.
So hilarious.
I'm just like, I'm dumb sometimes. All of the time, but 99% of the time, I don't know where my head is.
That's so funny that you did that.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good one to end on.
Yes, that was
I don't think I can say anything.
Can't top that one?
No. Not right now. That's a great one. Who knows what will happen later?
Yeah, I'm just going to say.
I'll probably think of something. I'll be like, oh, I should have shared that story. Because there's always something. There's always something hilarious going on. I'm always having something weird happen. So I'll try to save some for our future podcasts. I
already have something in place if I fall on my face during church service when we get out of quarantine. Yeah. So just in case I fall and... Facebook Live is everybody's watching on Facebook. I already know what I'm going to say. Yeah. Because I know eventually it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I've had some weird stuff happen on Facebook Live too. My very first...
Go ahead.
My very first time leading worship at GCCC, the pedal would not work for the loops. And... I forget her name because she's not on worship team anymore. She went to introduce me,
Nancy.
And I was bent down. Like, no one knew me. And I'm on the floor. trying to plug the thing back in. It's live, like, of course, it's live.
Of course,
and
it's a live service.
I cannot get the plug in, and I cannot get the pedal to work. And I'm just like, I'm on the floor, and I put my hand up, and I went, hi! Super awkward.
I have to go back and rewatch that one now.
Oh my goodness, this is so bad. I've had that happen a couple times with the pedal, but it wouldn't have bothered me so much if it was like now. But of course, it was the very first Sunday, and I can't get it to work, and it's so awkward. She's like, and this is Julie. I'm on the floor. I'm like, it's nice to see everybody.
Now we don't use the pedal anymore.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Yeah, that thing was terrible. It never worked. But remember when you were trying to introduce Aaron Schust? Or she wasn't introducing him, you were just promoting it?
Promoting Aaron Schust. This also I'll never forget because it's forever recorded. And I was like...
and next week
we'll have Sharon Schust. And then I was like, Sharon?
And Tori was there for worship.
Sharon. And she's like, who's Sharon?
Oh, so funny.
Oh, I can't believe I called him Sharon. It's great. That's all, but it's on there. It's recorded forever out into the world.
I've watched that quite a few times.
It's Sharon.
Do you have any favorite sibling moments, like moments that you've shared together, whether funny or, I don't know?
Yeah.
Memorable.
Yeah. Well, a couple years ago, my grandmom turned 85.
Shout out to Grandma.
Shout out to Else, Joan Cat, and Laurie, my sister, and I decided we needed to put 85 candles on that cake.
Oh my gosh.
So we did.
Wow.
And we were in my room and we lit them all, and then it immediately became like one giant flame.
Oh no.
And the smoke alarm went off.
Of course it did.
But we did get through the whole thing, and we sang, and she was trying to blow it out, and it would not. It was just like a mind of its own at that point, and the whole top of the cake was just wax. So we just scraped it off and had cake. But yeah, I share it every year when it comes up. I try to share it because it's so funny, and we
you have a video of it? Oh my gosh, I have to see it.
It's so funny. Yeah, I'll try to.
Please send that to me.
I'll have to send it to you because it's really great. We again have had some funny moments. We've done a lot of music together, led worship together, which is always memorable moments that you will always hold close to your heart. I especially think about those times, and I miss them, and I love being able to worship Jesus with your siblings is a cool thing, and being musicians together is really cool. Our whole family's musicians, so being able to do that stuff is great. But when I was younger, my brother would always do things, and I didn't want him to get in trouble. So I'd always be like, don't do that. Like, you're going to get in trouble for this. Like, you got to calm down. You got to calm down. And one day we were in the living room, and there was a snow globe. And he looked at me and was holding the snow globe, and I was like, don't. Like, I just could feel that he was going to do something with the snow globe. And I was like, don't do it. And, like, this little kid, Julie, is like, you're going to get in so much trouble.
How old was he?
He was, I don't know. I want to say like 4. 5 maybe.
So Tristan's age almost.
And he was holding that snow globe, and he had a face. And his face was like, oh, I'm going to do something with this snow globe. And he he picked it up, and he threw it at, we have like a stove. So it was like the bricks around the stove, and it like shattered. And I just sat on the couch like still as possible. My mom came down and was like, what happened here? But his face, I'll never forget it. He was like, you can look at me all day, but I'm throwing this snow globe. Yeah. Another thing that we thought was a good idea was surfing on the ironing board.
Oh.
Yes.
Never tried that one.
We were semi-successful until the ironing board broke. And then again, my mom came down and the ironing board was broken, and we were just sitting on the couch like nothing had happened. She's like, do you know what happened to the ironing board? We're like, nope. We came down. It was like that. That's how it is. We didn't do anything to it.
Broke on its own.
Yeah. And the last thing I can think of is we had a tree fort in our backyard that my dad made. So we spent a lot of time in the tree fort. We had collected some weird garbage, like an old phone and things that we would keep up there and weird stuff like that. But we were always in and out of that tree fort.
I love forts.
It was fun. We had a great time.
When we were in Iceland, my dad was stationed there for 2 years. We would make forts. There was a Navy base that all the the families would come and stay on. So every time somebody new came and moved in, we would take their boxes,
go to perfect.
It's called a rec room, and all the kids would go to the rec room, and we would make just a huge fort out of their boxes. Cool. It was so much fun.
Yeah, Harper's been playing with a box this week.
I brought
a box home from work that had a lot of my work stuff in it, and she made this house out of it and colored everything. And
Tristan
she was just happy to do that.
Too.
So whatever, memories.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Just buy your kids some boxes. They'll have a great time. Forget the $50 toys.
Yeah, sometimes it's just about the small things that we take for granted.
I bought him a pack of superhero masks and capes for like $8 off Amazon, and he plays with that more than, his $50 T-Rex from Jurassic World.
Right.
So
of course, because they can be creative and use their imagination.
Yeah, he loves it. It's so cute. Yeah. So, as far as like sibling moments go, Jamie, my sibling, actually recommended this topic for us, but I can't remember like anything too funny except for the one time Jamie and I. Actually, a whole family, like my cousins, my aunt, my parents, my grandmother, we were all at my grandmother's house, and we were watching Bye Bye Birdie. Do you remember that movie?
I do remember that.
Bye Bye Birdie. I tried to watch it recently, like maybe a few months ago, and I'm like,
it just wasn't the same.
It's not the same. Like, same with Grease. We used to like sneak Grease into the house and like watch it and stuff. I'm like, now it's just super cheesy.
I love Grease, though.
I do too. I love the songs. But anyway, so we were all watching Bye Bye Birdie, and it was like completely silent, and we were all having a great time. And I had this habit of throwing my retainer away. I had gotten braces twice because I never wore my retainer, or I would lose it. And I guess I had thrown my retainer away, and I didn't know it. I was like chewing on some pretzels, put the retainer into a napkin, threw it away. Anyway, it was gone. So I'm sitting on the couch, and my sister Jamie is eating at the table. And all of a sudden, she screams at the top of her lungs, and everybody just flies up, right? She had stepped on like a tack, and it went through her heel.
Oh, my goodness.
And then at that moment, I realized that my retainer was lost. So it was like this beautiful, quiet moment had turned into such chaos because Jamie was screaming and bleeding. And then I was so upset that my retainer was lost that I stomped upstairs and I was crying, and just chaos ensued.
And then that's why you can't watch it now.
And that's why every time I think of Bye Bye Birdie, that's what I think of. And my cousins still to this day are like, remember that time we were watching Bye Bye Birdie and Jamie stubbed her toe and you lost your retainer? Like, yes, I remember.
So random.
It was
the two things together.
Just
so random.
Oh,
Jamie.
Poor Jamie. So that was a good family moment.
Yeah. I want to say
it wasn't good then, but
I want to say, Jamie, I think that you should be our producer.
Yes.
You've got great ideas, and you always help us to come up with
She's our biggest fan.
Things, and you share your coffee choices with us, which we love.
Yes, thank you.
Please.
We appreciate that. We invite you. We both start.
So if you want to be our producer, we will pay you in a pop socket.
Oh, yes.
We'll pay you in a pop socket.
By the way, we have pop sockets for sale. They're $5 a pop.
Oh,
but
you're funny.
We never promote that because we forgot.
We forget. So if you would like to support us, you can buy a pop socket. If you want to support us in something else, please do. Let us know. We want to be able to do other things and kind of branch out, and I'm not really sure what that looks like, and that's as far as our music and as far as our podcasts. So follow us on Instagram, The Gals Podcast, The Julie Avenue, Des Childs. You can follow us on Facebook. You can like us on Facebook. You can share our video that we posted today.
Yes,
we're going to also
do
share the video on Instagram, and you can share it, please, on your Instagram and tag us. We would love that. And, we just want to be able to stay in contact with you and share content some way, somehow. We'll figure it out as we go. But, buy your canned goods. And
if there's any bottled water around.
And hopefully you have enough toilet paper.
Yes.
Is what everybody's freaking out about. I mean, I do.
It's funny because I actually had a subscription to Amazon for toilet paper, and I forgot about it. And this is like maybe a month ago, and I went out and bought more toilet paper. And then the next day, more toilet paper came.
So you have extra.
So I went into my closet. I'm like, please, dear Lord, let me have enough toilet paper. We've got plenty. We've got a lot.
So if you donate to us, Des will give you a roll of toilet paper.
Please donate.
So